Good afternoon, everyone. Please remain seated for the procession of the students. Would everyone please stand for the procession of the faculty? Please be seated. On behalf of the faculty and staff, welcome to the awards and hooding ceremony for the Medical University of South Carolina College of Pharmacy class of 2022. This class began a traditional journey in their pharmacy education and then weathered the brunt of the COVID storm before arriving here safely today. We, the faculty and staff, feel particularly privileged to share this special afternoon with this exceptional class, their families, and their friends. We would like also to welcome today Dr. Lisa Saladin, the Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs and Provost for the Medical University of South Carolina. Thank you for celebrating with us today, Dr. Saladin. We are going to begin this afternoon's event with the presentation of the Graduating Student Awards. The Honors and Awards Committee has a difficult task determining these awards. Faculty, staff, preceptors, and students are solicited for award nominations. The committee, made up of faculty, staff, and student representatives, determines the award recipients. Dr. Anthony DeClue will present the first award.
Thank you, Dean Hall. The Excellence in Clinical Communication Award honors a graduate who has exhibited high academic achievement in superior verbal and written communication skills. This year's Excellence in Clinical Communication Award recipient is Henry Bernard Best III. In addition to teaching Bernard over the past 4 academic years, I also had the privilege of precepting Bernard recently on an academic rotation. I and his other preceptors recognize and celebrate him for being uniquely adept at bringing challenge effectively and productively in a way that calls others up as opposed to calling them out in the clinical communication and education of others. He is a skilled, professional, caring, and effective communicator, as well as kind, self-reflective, proactive, and motivated to serve others and improve himself. He collaborates well with others and thoroughly documents his encounters and plans. Bernard is well poised for success as an impactful clinician starting in the coming months. Bernard will be completing a PGY-1 ambulatory practice residency at the University of Utah Health in Salt Lake City, Utah. Please join me in congratulating Bernard. Dr. Pat Wooster will present the Merck Awards.
Congratulations to all the graduates. The Merck Academic Excellence Awards are presented to 2 graduates who exhibit outstanding achievement in the study of pharmacy. This year's Merck Academic Excellence Award recipients were chosen based on having achieved outstanding cumulative grade point averages during the didactic portion of the curriculum. The first recipient of the Merck Award is Kaylin Diosis. Kaylin maintained a 3.93 cumulative grade point average. She'll be completing a PGY-1 community residency through the University of Florida College of Pharmacy in Jacksonville, and will complete her residency at Panama Pharmacy in Jacksonville, Florida. The second recipient of the Merck Award is Lyric Chaplin. Lyric maintained a 3.92 cumulative grade point average. Lyric will be completing a PGY-1 ambulatory care focused residency at Atrium Health Cabarrus in Concord, North Carolina. Please join me in congratulating both of our award winners today. Forgot about the next guy. Dr. Dave Shirley will present the Outstanding Community Service Award.
Thanks, Pat. The Outstanding Community Service Award is presented to the graduate who has made significant contributions in the Charleston community through their community service activities as a College of Pharmacy student. The awards committee recognized 3 students for their outstanding community service this year. The recipients are Anna Croninger, Lynn Hazard, and Brianne Slavin. Impressively, these three combined have volunteered over 500 hours in a variety of settings, including the MUSC Cares Clinic, Crisis Ministries, 180 Place, Harvest Free Medical Clinic, the Shifa Clinic, Charleston County Schools, and numerous immunization clinics. They have served both children and adults in need, demonstrating their notable compassion, empathy, and connection to humanity. I'm proud to call them my colleagues in service. Anna and Lynn will be completing PGY1 residencies at the Ralph H. Johnson VA Medical Center here in Charleston, South Carolina, while Brianne will be completing a PGY1 acute care residency at UPMC Presbyterian Shadyside in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Please join me in thanking Anna, Lynn, and Brianne for their outstanding service to the Charleston community. All right. Dr. Mark Lapointe will now present the Outstanding Diversity and Inclusion Award.
Thank you, Dr. Shirley. Good afternoon, everyone. It's my great pleasure to present the Outstanding Diversity and Inclusion Award today. This award is presented to a graduate who's made a significant and positive contribution towards advancing diversity and inclusion within the college, but also at the university level. This year's Outstanding Diversity and Inclusion Award recipient is Ms. Keturah Mengeldorf. During her time at the college, Keturah served on the MUSC Student Government Association, also known as SGA, and the College of Pharmacy Diversity and Inclusion Committee. She also spoke at the 30th Annual Black History Intercollegiate Consortium MLK celebration in 2020. Lastly, she served as the Vice President of the MUSC Black Student Union. For all these leadership activities and her proactive involvement in her community, she's an excellent candidate for this award. Following graduation, Keturah will be working for CVS in North Augusta, South Carolina. Please join me in thanking Keturah for her award, and thank you for everything you've done at the college over the last few years. And I would like to bring Dr. Peterson at the podium.
Thank you. So it's really wonderful to be here today. Let me begin by congratulating all the graduates. So 4 years ago, I got the distinct privilege of being named the Class of 22 Class Advisor, and it's been an honor to help watch and grow with you, and I could not be more proud of all of you. I look forward to the day where our paths cross again. So the Outstanding Innovation Award is presented to graduates who have contributed new creative ideas and fostered innovation within the College of Pharmacy and the Medical University. The awards committee recognized 2 students for their outstanding innovation, and I was especially pleased to be selected to present these awards since I had the distinct pleasure of working directly with 2 very deserving, outgoing, motivated, and intelligent students. So this year's Innovation Awards go to Matthew Bruck and Alyssa Muroka. As the president of NCPA, Matthew came up with innovative ideas such as virtual scavenger hunt, spearheaded the Good Neighbor Pharmacy business plan where they won 3rd place nationally. Matthew also participated in IPHO, where he evaluated clinical data. He's been a leader at the MUSC Innovation Pitch Competition. He's also helped authored a manuscript along with Alyssa, with Dr. Wida about GLP-1 antagonists. Following graduation, Matt's going to be working with Walgreens in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Congratulations, Matthew. Alyssa's experience at MUSC included co-founding the PharmD MBA Network Group, serving as vice president of IPHO, a student ambassador, and much like Matthew, she was a critical part of our yearly VIP case competition. Alyssa also served as ambassador for the Pharmacy Informatics Academy, hosted a webinar series as part of the business, and was a business development intern at Cosmos. Finally, she actually worked with me on a research project with antibiotics, and I couldn't be more grateful. Let's see. So Alyssa has accepted a position in the pharmacy industry with Zendia, where she'll be working with the formulary decisions as a customer engagement analysis. Congratulations, Alyssa. Dr. Scott Bragg will now present the Outstanding Interprofessionalism Award.
Congratulations all. The Outstanding Interprofessionalism Award is presented to a graduate who has participated in and made significant contributions to interprofessional initiatives on the MUSC campus. The awards committee recognized 2 graduates for their outstanding interprofessionalism this year, Hannah Henson and Sarah Taylor. I had the privilege of working with both Hannah and Sarah as an advisor for MUSC's Presidential Scholars Program, where they worked on a community engagement project with Adaptive Expeditions, a local nonprofit, to increase access and opportunities for those with disabilities in interprofessional teams. Both Sarah and Hannah participated in multiple interprofessional activities throughout their time in pharmacy school, including MUSC's Student Government Association, student-run free medical clinics, and were excellent interprofessional collaborators on rotation. I'm excited to share that Hannah will be completing a PGY1 residency at the University of Tennessee Medical Center in Knoxville, Tennessee, and Sarah will be completing a PGY1 managed care residency at The Ohio State University Health Plan in Columbus, Ohio. Congratulations, Sarah and Hannah. Dr. Kathy Worrell will present the Outstanding Leadership Award.
Thank you, Dr. Bragg. The Outstanding Leadership Award is presented to a graduate who has demonstrated outstanding leadership qualities throughout their time at the College of Pharmacy. The awards committee recognized 2 graduates for their outstanding leadership this year, Coleman Parler and Sarah Wyatt. I had the pleasure to work closely with both Coleman and Sarah over the past 4 years. Coleman served as president of this graduating class for the past 3 years and also as one of our college ambassadors. Sarah served as president of both the College of Pharmacy, Student Government Association, and our Phi Lambda Sigma Leadership Society. Coleman and Sarah both faced many challenges while serving in their leadership roles. They demonstrated tremendous resilience, advocated for and supported this graduating class during a very difficult time, and we are very grateful for your exemplary leadership and dedicated service to the class and the college. Following graduation, Coleman will be completing a PGY1 ambulatory care residency at the University of North Carolina Medical Center in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, and Sarah will be completing a PGY1 residency at Mission Hospital in Asheville, North Carolina. Please join me in congratulating Coleman and Sarah for their outstanding leadership and service to the college and their peers. Dr. Sandra Garner will present the Pharmacy Practice Award.
You did it, right? So the Outstanding Pharmacy Practice Award is presented to a graduate who has demonstrated excellence in pharmacy practice throughout their advanced pharmacy practice experiences. The awards committee selected 2 graduates to receive this award, Paige Austin and Krishna Shah. Paige's pharmacy practice skills were recognized by her preceptors with an honors grade on 7 of 9 of her APPE rotations. They praised her communication skills, professionalism, and interprofessional skills. I had the good fortune to precept Paige and witnessed firsthand her ability to think practically, courage to ask questions, and connections with our patients and their families. I have no doubt Paige will continue to use these skills throughout her future pharmacy career. Krishna also earned honors on 8 of her 10 APPE rotations. Her preceptors applauded her professional behavior, integrity, and collaborations with healthcare team members. Her drive, determination, work ethic, and compassion will serve her well as she plans to complete PGY1 and PGY2 residencies in Health Systems Administration and Leadership at Duke University Hospital and a Master of Science in Pharmaceutical Sciences with specialization in Health System Pharmacy Administration at the University of North Carolina. Please join me in congratulating Paige and Krishna. Dr. Shannon Drayton will now present the Outstanding Professionalism Award.
The Outstanding Professionalism Award is presented to the graduate who has shown exemplary professional behavior, integrity, compassion, and respect while representing the College of Pharmacy. This year's Outstanding Professionalism recipient is Rory Thomas. Rory's fellow students said it best when nominating Rory for this award. He has always demonstrated outstanding professionalism during his time at the College of Pharmacy. In addition to professionalism, he is compassionate, respectful, and demonstrates integrity while working with colleagues. Every time I see Rory, at school, or online, he is always smiling. The ACPE standards definition of professionalism is the ability to exhibit behaviors and values that are consistent with the trust given to the profession by patients, other healthcare providers, and society. Rory exhibits these behaviors and values every day on and off campus. Rory will be completing a fellowship at Avant next year, and we wish him all the best. They are very lucky to have you, and congratulations. Dr. Aaron Weeda will present the Outstanding Research Award.
Congratulations, you all. I'll be presenting the Outstanding Research Award, which recognizes a graduate who excels in research during their time at the College of Pharmacy. The awards committee selected 2 graduates to receive this award, Bethany Burnett and Sarah Rowe. Both Bethany and Sarah presented research at local and national meetings and published several research articles during their time at the College of Pharmacy. I had the opportunity to work with them both. We evaluated applicability of diabetes clinical trials. We looked at how often these trials are conducted in rural areas, and we looked at the characteristics of the counties in which these trials are conducted in the U.S. This required us to look at close to 9,000 locations for clinical trial sites, so it was quite a bit of work. I was really impressed by the insightfulness and project management skills that both Bethany and Sarah displayed, and I know they're going to use those skills going forward. Bethany will be completing a PGY1 at the Columbia VA, and Sarah will be completing a PGY1 at Emory in Atlanta. Congratulations to you both. Dr. Chessman will present the next award.
Before I present my awards, I just want to say congratulations to all of you guys to say that you've been through an arduous journey is really kind of an understatement for you guys. So congratulations, and I'm so happy to see you all be so successful. And going forth in the future, you will continue to be successful. So my job is to present the Outstanding Scholastic Achievement Awards. They are presented to the graduates who have demonstrated outstanding scholastic performance throughout their time at the College of Pharmacy. The awards committee selected 3 graduates to achieve this award. And if you see in your program, these are the first and second honor graduates for the class. So the first recipient and the first honor graduate for the class is Bethany Burnett. Bethany only achieved a GPA of 3.98 through her time through the College of Pharmacy out of a possible 4.0. As was mentioned previously, Bethany will be completing a PGY1 Pharmacy Traditional Residency at the William Jennings Bryan Dorn Veterans Administration Medical Center in Columbia, South Carolina. So congratulations, Bethany, on this outstanding accomplishment. So 2 students actually tied for the next highest grade point average in their class with a cumulative grade point average of 3.94. So they are our second honor graduates. The second honor graduate is Ahmed Alanazi. Following graduation, Ahmed will be completing a PGY1 Pharmacy International Residency at the University of Illinois at Chicago in Chicago, Illinois. And for the audience who don't know, this is one of our students from Saudi Arabia, so congratulations. And the second honor graduate is Drew Sauk. I just have to throw in, I've had the honor of working with Drew on a lot of things. She was president of SSHP during her 3rd year, so I have very much enjoyed working with her. And she brought me this beautiful picture back from Alaska, too. It's in my office. So Drew will be completing a Global Medical Affairs Oncology Fellowship with J&J Janssen in Raritan, New Jersey. So congratulations, Drew. So please join me in congratulating one more time the first and second honor graduates of the class. And now Dr. Elizabeth Weed will present the Viatris Excellence in Pharmacy Award.
Hello. It's Viatris. The Viatris Excellence in Pharmacy Award honors a graduate in the top 25% of the class who demonstrates high professional motivation and superior proficiency in drug information services. I am honored to present this year's award to Kathy Lee. Kathy demonstrated exceptional knowledge, professionalism, proficiency, clinical skills, and grace under pressure on and off her rotations. Here are a few words from her preceptors. Kathy has a great attitude. She is extremely self-motivated, eager to learn, and always has a positive attitude. She exceeded many of my expectations. Kathy is able to work up patients to the level of a PGY1 resident. She completed more projects in a shorter period of time than some residents do on a 6-week rotation. I also had the opportunity to work with Kathy during some very stressful and unexpected events off of her rotations. And in every interaction, her attitude was positive, thoughtful, and focused on a solution. I am in awe of her resilience and ability to remain calm in crisis. I know she will continue to do amazing things. Kathy will be completing a PGY1 residency at the University of Texas Southwestern Medical Center in Dallas, Texas. Please join me in congratulating Kathy. And this is yours to present. Dr. Emmeline Tran will present the William A. Prout Award.
The William A. Prout Award, named after a former dean of the College of Pharmacy, is presented to a graduate who has achieved a high scholastic average in pharmacy practice courses and has demonstrated excellence in pharmacy practice. This year's Prout Award recipient is Emily Overly. I had the privilege of working with Emily on her APPE rotation in acute medicine. Although it was her first APPE rotation, I was completely blown away by her self-directed learning, interprofessional collaboration, efficiency, time management, and dedication and eagerness to improve her knowledge and skills. Her strong performance and knowledge and exemplarily patient care skills carried on through the rest of this year, where she received all honors passes on her APPEs. She has truly inspired me as a teacher, learner, and pharmacist. I'm excited to continue to have the opportunity to work with Emily as she'll be completing a PGY1 residency at the Ralph H. Johnson VA Medical Center here in Charleston. Please join me in congratulating Emily. I would like to invite Dr. Hall back to the podium for the celebration of accomplishments.
Thank you, Dr. Tran. Congratulations again to all our award recipients and to each of our graduates this afternoon. During their studies, there are among our graduates those that have achieved special recognitions and accomplishments. I want to take a moment to recognize these individuals. ROCI is the Pharmacy Academic Honor Society. Members are selected based on academic achievement. The top 20% of the class is invited for membership. These graduates are wearing the purple and white cords. ROCI graduates, please stand to be recognized. Phi Lambda Sigma is the Pharmacy Leadership Society. Members are selected through peer recognition for their exemplary leadership and service to the profession, high moral character, and scholastic achievement. These graduates are wearing green and gold medallions. Phi Lambda Sigma graduates, please stand to be recognized. Student ambassadors represent the college to prospective students, their families, alumni, preceptors, the university, and external communities. These are the face of the college. Student ambassadors, please stand to be recognized. Alyssa Murioka previously received the Outstanding Student Ambassador Award, recognizing her exceptional service to the student ambassador program. Alyssa, would you please stand to be recognized? Thank you. Supplemental instructors are peer tutors who work in conjunction with the Center for Academic Excellence to assist students in mastering the didactic coursework in the pharmacy curriculum. Supplemental instructors, please stand to be recognized. The college offers a concurrent PharmD Master of Business Administration degree in conjunction with the Citadel School of Business Administration. PharmD MBA graduates, please stand to be recognized. MUSC is a leader in interprofessional education. The university offers students the opportunity to participate in several interprofessional programs, which will be highlighted next. The Interprofessional Education Fellowship encourages interprofessional engagement among students and the faculty. Students who meet specific program requirements earn the IPE Fellow designation. IPE Fellows, please stand to be recognized. The Institute for Primary Care is one of 2 interprofessional programs to health profession students through the partnership with the South Carolina Area Health Education Consortium. Students who complete the program requirements earn the IPC Fellow designation. IPC Fellows, please stand to be recognized. The Presidential Scholar Program was one of the first efforts at MUSC to bring together students from the various health programs. This interprofessional group explores complex social, political, and human issues of broad interest to healthcare professionals and biomedical researchers. Students who complete the program requirements are recognized as Presidential Scholars. Presidential Scholars, please stand to be recognized. Please join me in congratulating all the graduates that earned these special recognitions. At this time, it is now my honor to introduce our speaker, Dr. Helen Sairani. Dr. Sairani has climbed Machu Picchu and Mount Kilimanjaro. She's traveled the world visiting over 75 destinations. She's written books, provided urgent care to displaced children in conflict zones overseas, and she came to America as a Kurdish refugee. You can read more about her fascinating background in our program. Currently, she serves as CEO of the South Carolina Pharmacy Association. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Sairani to the podium.
Good afternoon. I am so proud of you guys today. It's emotional because it's been tough for you guys the last 2 years from virtual classes to not seeing each other. So the message that I'm about to present, it's been from the heart, and I'm gonna try to be as vulnerable as possible because the last 2 years has been about vulnerability. So I wanna congratulate you, and I am excited to be here to share this milestone, this very important milestone with you today. And I'm very proud of you. Dean Hall, when he invited me to speak today, he asked me to share my pharmacy journey. Instead, I would like to talk about the life journey of a 7-year-old refugee girl from Iraqi Kurdistan. This young girl was desperate to exchange the explosive in her hand for a bag of candy with a United States Marine that were deployed to her country of birth. This girl with her family sought refuge in the United States, hoping for a second chance in the land of unlimited opportunities. She landed in the United States back in 1996 as a 10-year-old refugee girl, hoping that she will make a difference and have an impact. Even though living in a country that had a lot of promises for her, the next 3 decades of her life presented lots of challenges, simply because she looked different, she spoke different, she practiced a religion that was too foreign to so many, and her culture was simply weird to a lot of people. The way she dressed, the way she presented herself, it was too foreign to so many. The smallest activities for this 10-year-old became a major challenge. Every time she tried to do something, it was an obstacle for her because everything was foreign to her. She, all of a sudden, became a stranger in a new home far away from her birth country of Iraq. This girl now stands in front of you today as a pharmacist, as an author, as a world traveler, and as a CEO for South Carolina Pharmacy Association. Now, none of this would have been possible if this girl did not silence the resistance that she encountered on a daily basis and the noise that constantly reminded her that she could not do it. So when I graduated from pharmacy school 9 years ago, I did not think, like many of you guys think today, of landing the next gig or the next residency. All I could think of is my life as a displaced refugee. So sure enough, after I graduated, I joined Doctors Without Borders because all I could think of was those displaced refugees, the mirror images of myself in conflict zone and the help that they needed. Because to myself, I've chosen a profession, a noble profession of giving, and what a better way to give than to help displaced refugees in conflict zones. So when I was overseas, I would treat anywhere from 100 to 150 little girls with PTSD on a daily basis, until I started hearing the inner child in me cry for help. Well, what about me? My flashbacks and my nightmares became unbearable. After 3 years of service with Doctors Without Borders, I realized that I was the one that needed help. And I was the one that had the highest amount of trauma from war to displacement to immigration to resistance to everything you call it. So when I was back to the United States, I was diagnosed with complex PTSD. The Brazilian author Paulo Coelho, and the author of one of my favorite books of all times, The Alchemist, says, when you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you to achieve it. So today, I'm here to tell you, despite all the obstacles, if you put your heart into something, you will achieve it. Over the years, my detachment from myself because of my childhood trauma led me to embark on a world journey of over, I'm sorry, Dean Hall, it's been over 80 countries now. So yes, I've done a few more countries since, over 80 countries to meet hikers, to meet world travelers, to meet citizens from all around the world. I challenged myself physically, mentally, and emotionally to summit some of the highest and the most challenging mountains in the world. From Everest Base Camp to Kilimanjaro to Inca Trail, I did it all. The more I tried to escape from myself by traveling the world, the more the world brought me back to myself. You see, we often embark on journeys looking for treasures outside of us, but what we fail to realize, the treasure that we're looking for is deep inside each one of us. So today, as you continue your personal journey and you embark on this profession that is so noble of giving yourself to others, remember, you will face mountains. You will face challenges. But those challenges can be difficult, but at the same time, very rewarding. Your good days will be determined by your will, by your spirit, and the desire to help others and not yourself. So, from my journey of heart today, as I stand in front of you, from the journey of me looking for a home, for a sense of belonging as a refugee girl, I am here to share 7 life hints as you embark on your journey. Number 1, learn to ask for help. As pharmacists, we are educated and we are trained in a culture that values self-reliance, and we are not equipped to discuss personal vulnerability. We are trained to care for others, and we receive little training to ask for help and to care for ourselves. There is strength in vulnerability. To succeed in the profession, it is not how strong you are, and it's not about how fast you are. It's about doing it together. Life is too difficult and too challenging for you to think that you can do it alone. With so much negativity in the world, it is okay not to feel at peace. And truth to be told, if you don't feel overwhelmed and if you're not catching yourself in an anxiety from time to time, you are not living the life of a pharmacist. So learn to ask for help. It is okay not to be okay. Number 2, become comfortable to be uncomfortable. You see, I always say it takes a nomad to innovate, and it takes a nomad to succeed. And the reason I say this is our human brain is not wired for success, and our human brain is not wired to innovate. Our brain is wired for one thing, and that is survival. To survive, to conserve energy. But for you to get out there and to succeed and to innovate and to think outside the pill box, it takes a nomad. But let me tell you one thing. The second you become comfortable with the status quo, it's when you are more likely to fail. So my advice for you today is when you feel out of place, when you feel uncomfortable with the opportunity that's presented to you, that is when you know you're being challenged and you're up for something really good. So become comfortable to be uncomfortable. Number 3, learn to speak last. When it comes to leadership, nobody can argue that Nelson Mandela was an international figure when it comes to leadership. When he was asked what made him a good leader, he responded that when he accompanied his father to the tribal events and meetings, he remembered 2 things. Number 1, they would always meet in circles. And number 2, his father was always last to speak. If you haven't already, you will always be told you need to learn how to listen. But today, I'm going to tell you, learn how to speak last. For 2 reasons. If you speak last, you listen to what everybody has to say. And number 2, you're gonna allow the person that you're speaking to a feeling that they've been heard from you, or they've been heard by you. So learn how to speak last. Number 4, travel the world. One of my favorites. The Muslim scholar and the world's greatest traveler of his period, Ibn Battuta, said, I quote, traveling leaves you speechless, but it turns you to a storyteller. Traveling leaves you speechless, but it turns you to a storyteller. And in the words of Mark Twain, travel is fatal to prejudice, to bigotry and narrow-mindedness, and many of our people nowadays need it on these accounts. Broad, wholesome, charitable views of men and things cannot be acquired by vegetating in one little corner of Earth all of one's lifetime. There is one thing that I've learned from traveling the world. Your assets can be taken away from you. Your career can be taken away from you. Your valuables can be taken away from you. But let me tell you something, the experiences that you acquire from traveling the world, it shapes your view of humankind that no power on earth is gonna dare to take it away from you. The experiences are going to be yours and only yours. So get out there, experience this beautiful and diverse world that we live in. Number 5. Always plan for the fact that no plan ever goes according to plan. That's what COVID taught us, right? We live in a volatile world where there is so much information, yet so little knowledge. So much suffering, yet so little wisdom. So much bureaucracy with so little guidance. So much black and white with little room for gray. So much knowledge with so little relevance. There is so much misinformation floating around that our brain simply fails to comprehend. And truth to be told, we just can't comprehend. So if we fail to break rules, because we're always told, well, we have to go by the guidelines. This is what the guideline says. Well, let me tell you one thing. If you don't break the rule, chances are you'll never advance. Because that's what business is all about. It's about taking chances. So if no one ever broke the rule, then chances are we will never advance. Number 6, know that sometimes you are the problem. Okay, I say this because in the 18th century, which was known as the era of Renaissance, the great men of science started throwing away tradition and mysticism, and they started relying heavily on empirical data until a disease called Black Death of childbirth started ravaging all around Europe and made its way to America. Women who gave birth would die within 48 hours after giving birth. This illness made it to the United States and it started spreading like crazy over 100 years. Doctors started studying the bodies of those women. In the morning, they would conduct autopsies and they would use tools, but what they failed to do is wash their hands. And then after doing autopsies, they will deliver babies and continue with their medical rounds. This continued until middle of 1800, where Dr. Oliver Wendell Holmes realized that doctors were conducting autopsies in the morning, were now washing their hands before delivering babies. He observed that doctors were the problem. They thought he was crazy. They ignored him until 30 years later, when doctors realized that if they simply washed their hands after they conducted autopsies, the disease of Black Death of childbirth would eventually fade away. The lesson here is learn that sometime you are the problem. Learn how to take accountability. Number 7, and one of my favorites, other than traveling the world, is know people. Your future patients are people. Your colleagues who are sitting next to you are people. Your future students, learners are people. Your future investors are people. Your significant other are people. Your friends are people. So for you to succeed in life and live as a fulfilling life is you must understand people. Studying people and learning what makes them tick is the most amazing experience one could ever have. Self-transformation is key. Remember, you are always becoming, and so is everyone else. So, dear graduates, today, as I close my remarks, I ask that you please dig deep within to meet the real treasures within yourself. Take care of each other. Be vulnerable. Ask for help. Nothing is wrong with vulnerability. That does not make you weak. Always listen from your heart. For what comes from the heart, I guarantee you, it goes to the heart. Love knows its way home. This world might sound in a shaky state, from a pandemic to a war that is negatively impacting all of us. But today, as I look at each one of you, I see hope in your eye. So let's use that hope to guide tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Serrani. We are truly honored to have you with us here today. Please accept this small gift.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you.
As a token of our gratitude. I would now like to invite Dr. Kathy Worrell to the podium to present the graduates for hooding.
Graduates, please prepare for the hooding ceremony. Dr. Hall, I present to you the candidates for the Doctor of Pharmacy degree. Graduates, please come forward as I call your name to receive the office and symbol of your profession and degree. Amy Nicole Ackershuk. Blake Adams. Kira Danae Adkins. Ahmed Amdurrahman Alanazi. Abdulaziz Saud Al-Fayed. Dr. Al-Fayed is being hooded by his wife, Dr. Marwa Al-Nuwais. Shema Hamid Al-Zaidi. Paige Dariel Austin. Brooke Danielle Barr. Catherine Woodliff Barquet. Henry Bernard Best II. Meredith Chapman Bono. Matthew Douglas Brock. Jelena Marcel Brown. Taylor Lynn Brown. Mary Allison Birch. Bethany Hope Burnett. Elizabeth Caroline Carmen. Lyric Hidea Chaplin. Julie Lynn Comer. Caroline Victoria Kreitz. Casey Anna Cummings. Elizabeth Saime Davis. Kaylin Jennifer Diosis. Gracie Ann Elliott. Anna Kammer Epps. Patricia Farron. Eleni Alexis Gaspar. Zaina Mary Georges. Danielle Marietta Greco. Lynn Train Hazard. Hannah Lee Henson. Shannon Nicole Himes. Miranda Gail Hurley. Yim Fung Nguyen. Gerard Jacinto. Kimberly Alexis Kerr. Allison Keys. Ashley Nicole Kendall. Sarah May Konchowski. Anna Marie Croninger. Kathy Wen Lee. Jen Ju Lee. Amari Mayella Marshall. Daisy Martinez Arizala. Keturah Dorcas Mingledolf. Alyssa Kayo Muraoka. Amanda Frances Newton. Daniel Josiah Wynn. Stephen Hung Nguyen. Joshua Norman. Emily Lorraine Overly. Kira Lynn Ozegovich. Raymond Anthony Parkman, Jr. Coleman James Parler. Nicole Piaskowski. Nicholas Sean Prohaska. Sarah Michelle Rowe. Drew Sauk. Krishna Nitin Shao. Brianne Noel Slavin. Jenna Christine Sullivan. Mustafa Tariq. Sarah Catherine Ivan Taylor. Rory James Thomas. Trevor Ellis Walker. Sarah Elizabeth Wyatt. Graduates, please stand. Please join me in congratulating the MUSC College of Pharmacy 2022 Doctor of Pharmacy graduates.
Please be seated. Please be seated. Thank you, Dr. Worrell and the class of 2022. Please accept my personal congratulations on all your achievements and dreams that are being realized this afternoon. At this time, I would like to ask Dr. Yuri Peterson, faculty advisor for the class of 2022, to lead the graduates in the oath of the profession of pharmacy.
Thank you, Dr. Holt. Class of 22 Doctor of Pharmacy graduates, please stand and face your family and friends. All pharmacists present here today are invited to stand as well and join the graduates in reciting the oath of the pharmacist. It can be found in your program at the end. Of note, the revised oath was adopted by the AACP Board of Directors and the APHA Board of Trustees in November 2021, and we will be reciting the revised oath today. Everyone, please raise your right hand and recite the oath together with me. I promise to devote myself to a lifetime of service to others through the profession of pharmacy. In fulfilling this vow, I will consider the wealth of humanity and the relief of suffering my primary concerns. I will promote inclusion, embrace diversity, and advocate for justice to advance health equity. I will put my knowledge, experience, skills to the best of my ability to assure optimal outcomes for all patients. I will respect and protect all personal and health information entrusted to me. I will accept the responsibility to improve my professional knowledge, expertise, and awareness. I will hold myself and my colleagues to the highest principles of our profession's morals, ethics, and legal conduct. I will embrace and advocate change that improve patient care. I will utilize my knowledge, skills, experience, and values to prepare the next generation of pharmacists. I take these vows voluntarily with the full realization of the responsibility with which I am trusted by the public. You may be seated.
Thank you, Dr. Peterson. I would now like to invite Dr. Helen Serrani, CEO of the South Carolina Pharmacy Association, first, and then Dr. Caroline Bell, our ASHP delegate for the South Carolina Society of Health Systems Pharmacists, to the podium to extend to the graduates their welcome to the profession.
I'll make this short. I think you said enough of me already. On behalf of Board of Directors of South Carolina Pharmacy Association, myself, staff, and all members of South Carolina Pharmacy Association, congratulations and a huge welcome to you guys to the profession of pharmacy. What I like to share with you guys today is when I graduated from pharmacy school and when I landed my first career, it was very overwhelming. But one thing that helped me was being part of my state association, being part of APHA, which is a national association. And the reason I emphasize the importance of your affiliation to a national or a state association is for three things. They advocate on your behalf. If you do not advocate for your rights, someone else with very little knowledge about your expertise will advocate on your behalf. So it's important to be part of something that has the passion, that has the belief in you to advocate on your behalf at the State House or at the Capitol Hill in Washington, D.C. Number two, the state associations also provide the education to make sure they are on top of your profession and educational needs to provide optimal care to your patients. And number three, and the most important of the three, is networking. You get to meet the best of the best in the world of pharmacy, mentors, experts, those who have far more knowledge and years of experience than you are that you could perhaps learn from. And I feel like this is only possible if you affiliate yourself with your pharmacy family by becoming a member of your state association or a national association. So this is my advice for you as you join the profession, as you start your career as a pharmacist. Congratulations.
Good afternoon. On behalf of the South Carolina Society of Health Systems Pharmacists Board of Directors, congratulations to the class of 2022. Just a moment ago, you all took the oath of a pharmacist, where you made promises to improve your professional knowledge, hold yourself and others to the highest standards of our profession, advocate for changes to improve patient care, and prepare the next generation of pharmacists. One of the best ways to truly fulfill this oath is to join and become an active member in professional organizations like the South Carolina Society of Health Systems Pharmacists and American Society of Health Systems Pharmacists. Some of the most gratifying experiences I have had in my career have been through attending professional meetings, networking with colleagues, serving on committees, and mentoring young pharmacists through organizations like SCSHP. Many of you have started your involvement in professional organizations in school, and as you take this next step in your career, I encourage you to continue that involvement. We at SCSHP would love to have you. Congratulations and welcome to this amazing profession.
Thank you, Dr. Sairani and Dr. Bell. I would now like to invite Dr. Dave Shirley, class of 2002, to the podium to welcome the graduates to the MUSC Alumni Association.
It's truly an honor on this day, not only as one of your teachers, but now a fellow alumnus and colleague, to congratulate you on behalf of our MUSC Alumni Association. I've always taken immense pride in how connected I felt during my 13 years of practice after I graduated and before I started teaching. And as I did, you now have the opportunity to serve as career mentors, to serve as preceptors, to help in Leader Academy, and all sorts of other ways that you can give back to your profession. And also, and we would encourage you to do this very much, to stay connected with us, is just stop by. Come say hi. Give us a call. We'd love for you to do that. And tell us what you're doing. In fact, come back in August when we open up the brand new building. That would be great to see you there, if you can. So on behalf of MUSC Alumni Association, we wish you the very best as you begin your career, and we can't wait to hear of your successes, and a heartfelt congratulations to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Shirley. This concludes the class of 2022 awards celebration and hooding ceremony. I want to thank the class of 2022. I hope that these last 4 years we've been able to inspire you as much as you've inspired us. Watching your unquenchable spirit during this pandemic gives us all great confidence in our profession. I also want to thank the families, faculty, staff, and friends who took part in today's event. On behalf of the faculty, staff, students, alumni, and friends of the MUSC College of Pharmacy, thank you for joining us today. Have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you tomorrow morning at MUSC commencement. Now please stand for the recessional of the faculty.
Thank you.